Ellzey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you all for being here. I was going to start serious, but then I looked at the panel and I decided that, according to my written notes here, beat Army and beat Air Force are not just a slogan, it's a reality this year. So I'm sorry I had to say that. In good fun. Thank you all for being here. As I look at this distinguished panel, and I mean that with all seriousness, I see combat leaders and corporate knowledge, the likes of which can't be replicated anywhere else. And as we start any fight or respond to any attack, after a sustained amount of time, it's the corporate knowledge and the aircraft and the men and women that are represented by you that are the ones who sustain that fight. And so I think that you have an incredibly difficult job, especially when we talk about recapitalization. And it's never met, but when you come to the fight, you bring the second-rate stuff, but the first-rate fighting men and women. So thank you for being here. General Anderson, Lonnie, as I've known you for many, many years, in the short time that I have here, give me about 30 seconds of if you could ask me to ask you a question, what would it be? And answer it real quick.
What are your Marine Corps reserves doing today? And Congressman, 12% of the Marines deployed forward are reservists today, and that number is going to triple through 2027. So as we continue to prepare for the fight, that's what the Marine Corps Reserve is focused on. And we are part of the total force. Like the chairman mentioned earlier, we are not an afterthought. We are part of the solution. It is not something that we do later. We are forecasted in our deployments out through 2031, so our members can plan, prepare, and be ready for that deployment.
That's a perfect answer.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, and those folks are dual-hatted. They're doing civilian jobs back at home with families, and then they put on the uniform, as all of you have, and go to the fight. And that's to be commended. And we've relied on that in every fight since Desert Storm and even before. Going as we talk about the Indo-PACOM, which is usually the first word that comes out as we're talking about China. We talk about contested logistics. The Marine Corps is going to play a very large role in that, but so is contested logistics. Not only means cargo, but it also means tanking. And Admiral LaCour, no slouch yourself in the cockpit. I think that you and I shared the round domes in San Diego at the same time when I was at HS4. We've tried to get you all some recap on your KC-130Js. Talk a little bit about the capabilities of the J versus what you have, you're trying to recap on, and how many you need in fiscal year 26 to accomplish that mission of contested logistics.
Thank you, Congressman. Happy to talk about that. As you know, the C-130 is only operating in the reserve, and it provides the Navy's only inter-theater airlift capable of moving oversized cargo. And we're not part-time. We're doing this 24/7, 365 in all the major theaters. We have 27 aircraft right now, the Tangos, with a average age of 34 years and a mission-capable rate of 40%. Recapping to the Juliets will get us, first and foremost, survivability systems, which will allow us to operate in that contested environment, but we're also anticipate a 75% mission-capable rate, which will go a long way. We started this recap journey in 2024, and we're behind glide slope, honestly. The plan was to be at 32 aircraft by 2030. We got 1 in 24, 2 in 25, and we're super grateful for them. But right now, for the out years, and we need to be looking at six per year in order to get us where we need to go. And what are we going to get out of this? A lot. We anticipate being doubling our sortie rate, getting 3 times the service radius in combat. And if you're looking at aerial refueling and ground refueling in an austere airfield, we're looking at 8 times what we have currently available to us.
Okay. Well, I know that the KC-130J, for those who don't know, the J will only refuel Marine Corps and Navy aircraft. It won't, at least in this configuration, will not refuel our Air Force brothers and sisters. So as we talk about the Indo-PACOM, which is it's an all-services fight, but we talk about the naval services a lot. So you said, what was the percentage of availability of the T?
About 40%.
About 40%. So we're just a couple of years. If we fund you for what you need over the next 2 to 3 years, you're actually going to surpass your capability with far fewer aircraft because of the higher availability rate, right? So we need to be emphasizing getting you what you need in the next couple of years. Would you agree with that?
100%. Okay. Absolutely agree. Thank you,
right.
Congressman.
5 minutes goes fast, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for your time. I yield back.